Live from McCrory Gymnasium on the campus of Bear River High School, Touchdown Productions, celebrating 20 years of local high school sports, is proud to present Lady Bear River basketball tonight as we continue our coverage of the 2017 PVL season. Your Bear River Lady Bruins take on the Placer Lady Hillmen. It's a crucial cross-county matchup on the way to the PVL title, and all the action is coming up right here, right now. This is your NorCal Game of the Week. The Bear River Lady Bruins take the floor tonight in a race for the PVL title. Their opponent is their cross-county rival, the Placer Lady Hillmen. Good evening, basketball fans, wherever you might be. And happy Groundhog Day. This is Paul Brown sitting in for Marty Mortensen, who is the voice of Bear River basketball. Our producer and director and color tonight is Gil Dominguez, and our camera operator is Heather Montgomery. So Gil, the official weather rodent report, Punxsutawney Phil came out of his house today, looked around, and announced there'll be another 6 weeks of winter. Thanks for putting that in the script, Gil.
Well, if you look at the calendar, Paul, you'll see that the first day of spring is exactly 6 weeks away, so he's pretty accurate there once again. But Bear River is the one that's hoping for an early spring tonight as they come out here against the Lady Hillmen. They lost to them the very first time they played them. It was 49-43 over at the Earl Crab. But really, this is a must-win situation for both of these squads.
And for the Lady Hillmen, too. They lost two close and unexpected games. One to Lincoln, Gil, 48-46. And to first place Foothill, of course, 50-48. That was a heartbreaker. So a win here means that they would play for a share of the PVL title on Tuesday. We'll have to be there for that for the game of the week, wouldn't you say?
Well, that's what makes this part of the season very exciting, Paul. It's the last week of the league play. Every game is important. And, of course, the playoffs start on the 17th of February. So not much time is left, and every game is important. Both Bear River and Placer have to win tonight in order to be in contention. Of course, the playoff grids are going to come out shortly after that.
So we got a good one tonight, and we'll all be ready to get set for some great PVL ladies action. But first, time for a break, and when we return, Gil Dominguez will be down on the floor, and we'll talk to both coaches. That would be Tony Camillucci and Randy Billingsley. That's coming up next. You're watching exclusive coverage of Lady Bear River basketball right here on the 20th season of TouchdownProductions.com. This is your NorCal Game of the Week. Come on back.
Hey, hon, remember the guys are coming over later to watch the game.
Make a play for winning trays from Portasex. We have the perfect tray for every game and every fan. So use your app or order online today.
Make Portasex your destination.
Welcome back to McCrory Gymnasium on the campus of Bear River High School. And down on the floor, we've got Gil Dominguez, and he's got both coaches we'll be talking to tonight. Gil.
Thanks a lot, Paul. I'm down here on the court with Randy Billingsley, the coach of the Bear River Lady Bruins, and Tony Camillucci from the Lady Hillmen. Randy, got a big game in the house here tonight.
This is exciting. We're happy to have Placer here tonight, one of our great local friendly rivals, and this is going to be fun.
Well, it is a great rivalry, and Tony, you guys are just about 20 miles apart, probably even 15.
Yeah.
And just a great rivalry between both schools.
Yeah, it's our favorite commute for sure. Yeah, it's a great rivalry. I'm just confused because I don't know what side to sit on now. They switched the benches around, so I'm a little lost. Typically we sit over there. But it's fun to come up. I always enjoyed coaching against Jeff, and now Randy's doing an incredible job up here, and it's fun to coach against him. He's a good coach and a quality guy, so it's fun to come up here.
Well, I want to say this is the first time I ever saw you. You were sitting on that side.
Yeah, it's all backwards. I don't know what to do.
That's part of our evil genius. We wanted to change the tactics up again a little bit. Greg and I decided we're going to change the home bench this year.
Well, that's a smart idea. Keep the other team off balance. Now, first year with the Lady Bruins, we talked to you back when you were playing Nevada Union in the North-South Civil War. How's the team going so far?
I'd say we're a little bit like a roller coaster, honestly. We played some fantastic games where we played way beyond what I thought they could do, and then we've had some rough ones. I think that's part of learning the new style that I've implemented this year, and a little bit of just, kind of a little bit of junioritis, I would say. A lot of our players that play a lot at key positions are juniors.
And Tony, it's kind of a must-win for both of you guys here tonight.
Yeah, our league's very competitive this year, and so if we're looking to get in the playoffs, and obviously we'd like a chance at the title, but we got to get by tonight. A very good Bruin team, and every game in this league's been a must-win.
And you lost a couple games this season so far, but it was just by a couple points each game.
We've lost a lot of games this season.
Well, in league.
Yeah, in league. Everything's close in league. It's a very competitive league, and even preseason. All our games have been close. We haven't won any big games by a lot, or lost by a lot. So we're used to that. So that's good, but it's not very relaxing for the coaches.
No, it's not. I don't even know how you guys do it down to the last second, and those last 30 seconds can actually take 5 minutes.
No, absolutely. I'd say we're just the opposite of Tony's team. We like to win big or we like to lose big, quite frankly, quite often. So we've had some roller coaster rides where we've, like I said, looked fantastic at times, and other games where not sure who showed up, but that's okay.
Now, this is your second time playing the Lady Hillmen, so you kind of know what to expect.
Well, I mean, I've coached against Tony for a while. When I was in Nevada Union with John McDaniel, we played them every season. So they're a quality club. They always have great defense. No surprises. They're a great basketball team.
Now, as we were saying beforehand, Bear River kind of helped out the Lady Hillmen by beating Foothill.
Absolutely. My best friend now. Yeah, that helped out, but it just means that they're really good, so they could do the same to us tonight. But it was nice. I'm glad that someone beat Foothill. They're a very good team, and hopefully we can win or lose tonight, give them a battle next week.
Well, it's got to be you got to win tonight in order to make that worth anything.
Well, either way, we're looking for playoffs, and so league titles are nice, but we also just still want to get better every game. I have some seniors. I want them to enjoy the last few games of their career. So if we give honest effort, we work hard, win or lose, we'll have our heads held high.
And, of course, for the Lady Bruins, tonight is a shot to get tied for second place.
Absolutely. We're excited about that. But we know we have a tough test ahead. These guys are good. We're happy to be in the mix, quite frankly, this year. At the beginning of the season, I wasn't sure where we'd be. And to be with 3 games left in the season and know we got a chance for second place, I'm pretty excited.
Well, you should be, and it's just the beginning of your new program here at Bear River, and of course with Greg Pistaccini coming in, it's a whole new coaching world here at Bear River.
Yeah, no, we're excited on both programs. We're young, we're energetic, and hopefully for years to come we can be competitive up here.
All right, well, listen, this is a game we always circle on the calendar, and we want to see you guys, and it's just going to be a great game for our audience at home. We're so glad that you're joining us here tonight at McCrory Gymnasium. Thanks a lot, guys, for the time.
Greg, you brought the retro mic out. That's nice.
Yeah, the
70s?
635A, 60s.
Oh, nice.
Back from the 60s.
I love it.
Yeah, one of my favorite mics. All right. All right, Paul, let's throw it back up to you and get ready for the tip-off.
Thanks, Gil. Great interview from the floor. So with that, we're about ready to tip off here at McCrory Gymnasium. You're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Lady Bruin basketball right here on the 20th season of TouchdownProductions.com. We'll be right back.
It's the first sale of the new year at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center, Grass Valley. The big coupon sale features savings on over 125 items in the store in every department. It's so big, we can't say them all. Their big 7-page coupon circular is available as you enter the store, including their bargains of the month. Happy New Year from the Fowler family, serving Nevada County since 1940.
Welcome back, McCrory Gymnasium on the campus of Bear River High School. Just about ready to tip it off here between these two crosstown rivals, the Bear River Bruins and the Placer Hillmen. Starting for the Hillmen, that is number 3, Lewis, Raven Lewis. Julie Camillucci, number 12, will be starting, the senior. Number 21, that's Molly Brogdon. And, of course, Maddie Moore. And in the center spot, number 41, Jessica Baker. There's your starting lineup for the Hillmen. The Bruins tonight will come on the floor. Number 5, that's Pluckinghorn, Alyssa Pluckinghorn. Number 10, Rebecca Van Patten. Number 12 on the floor tonight, Ashley Albee. We'll see a lot of Ashley. Number 21 tonight, Caitlin Mayer. And number 32, Mallory Rath. So that's the lineup for the Bruins. This should be predicted a very close game. Gil Dominguez, who is the guru of this. Gil, what do you think we're going to see tonight?
Well, I think what you're going to see is the battle of who wants to move on. They're playing for playoff berth. They're playing for not only school pride. This is such a great rivalry here with Placer and Bear River in all the sports. I don't care whether it's football, basketball, baseball, volleyball. These schools love to compete against each other. And, of course, this is the Foothills' best players each year come out and play for these schools. So a lot is on the line. Whatever their record is, you can just forget about it because they're going to play over their heads tonight.
Well, I think the home court advantage will definitely work in the Bruins' favor. First tip-off wasn't so good. At center court, Mallory Rath.
Yeah, they're not the only one that does a take two.
And it will be the Hillmen who will start it off. That's Brogdon in the front court. She'll do the honors, taking care of the ball. She goes right down the middle and almost scores with a little flip shot. It'll end up tied up. You can see Brogdon has some speed. She likes to drive the center lane if she can.
Very aggressive defense you're going to see on both sides tonight.
Well, that was broken easily by the Bruins and going right into the basket. That is Mailer. Caitlin Mailer gets first blood tonight.
Lady Bruins are going to need a big game from her if they're going to be successful.
Mailer driving the ball down the court now, back to center court, almost losing it, but the 3 ball in the air, long one, no good, hits nothing. Back up, that's Mailer off the back rim, and it'll go to Placer.
Trying to hit those 3-pointers early. See who's going to be in rhythm.
Trying to slow it down a little bit. Brogdon's going to bring it past the high court. Shooting the 3 ball from the outside. Again, nothing, just getting a little piece of the rim. That's Mailer. Finally, Brogdon gets one to go down. It's a 2-2 game. Boy, Gil, I'm impressed. This is starting off fast and furious.
Well, both of these teams are quick. You're going to see a lot of quickness out here on the court tonight. And, they're just feeling each other out right here in the first couple minutes of the first quarter.
Well, so far it's been the battle of number 21s, Mailer and Brogdon. It'll be now first foul of the night. And I believe that is going to be on, I believe that's on number 10, that's Van Patten. Now the long ball up, no good. Rebounded by Bear River. And the Bruins will set it up down court. Bruins like to push the ball all the way to the hole now. There's Van Patten, and she'll catch the foul. I beg your pardon, that's Mailer again.
Very aggressive play by Mailer as she was not going to be denied going to the basket. Draws the foul and be her first 3 free throws of the night.
First one is good.
Yeah, she's like butter. Nice form.
Second one, nice high. No, that's out, in and out. 1 of 2.
See, I jinxed her there.
Across the court, good. Mailer all over the court now with a steal. Looking at the long pass, decides to say no. He's going to set it up. This is Van Patten, long ball, up, no good. And Placer will come down with the rebound. Brogdon, long pass now to the side court. Looking inside, decides to say no there. Inside, a turnover there by Placer. They got to watch the turnovers tonight. And that'll be tied up. Good hustle inside.
Yeah, there's Mailer again.
Yeah, she's everywhere. They're going to take a timeout. Looks like Coach Tony Camillucci wants to talk it up a little bit. So with that said, we'll go to our first break of the night. You're watching exclusive coverage of Lady Bruin basketball right here on the 20th anniversary season of TouchdownProductions.com. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title's your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations and thank you for keeping your business local.
Welcome back to McCrory Gymnasium. Little shot of the Bear River Band in the house tonight along with the Bruin Nation, Paul. They're all coming out for this big game.
And so far, it has been fast and furious. Up and down the court, only 3-2 though. Bear River leads. Long ball right off the bat, and it'll be a foul. She'll get 3 shots from the line. That is Mower, Maddie Mower, the junior. Let's see how she is at shooting free throws. She's going to have a bunch of them here.
These can add up toward the end of the game.
First one is good.
Ties it up. Good timeout by Tony, Coach Camillucci.
Second one bounces around and it is good. And she's got the trifecta.
So 3 points out of that timeout.
And the referees are going to ask a very enthusiastic crowd just can't step on the court. I mean, it's all the guys there on the first level here. We got to keep them away from the girls here.
Yeah, I saw them putting on their jerseys early on. So they're dressing up for the game, and what great school spirit.
All be inbounds to Mailer. And there's a reach-in foul on Camillucci. Second team foul now on Placer. Both teams have 2 fouls. Camillucci is an aggressive defensive player, quite good, one of the best on the Placer team. Quickly inside, wasn't looking. Mailer turning the ball over for the second time tonight. Placer trying to work it around the tree. Now cross-court pass. That's more. And we're going to have a foul inside. It could very well be on Rath. Let's see who they call it on. Yes, it's on Rath. She's going to get 2 shots.
Well, that was all set up by number 23, Mohar, going to the basket, creating that contact. And once she threw that ball up.
Jessica Baker at the line. She's got a very unusual way to shoot free throws, one-handed, Gil. Watch this. She puts one behind her back and lightly puts it up there. I guess she needs to work on it some more. That's 0 for 2 on that. Bruins driving the ball down the court. Mailer. Now long three ball again off the back rim and no good. Three balls just aren't going down tonight. Either team.
No, they got to find their range, and that's what this first quarter is really all about. See who's going to be hot, who's got the hot hand, and then get them the ball.
Stays with Placer.
Great defense, though, so far tonight.
Yeah, that was Hookingthorn, number 5, batting the ball out of bounds. Mohar comes back out now to Brogdon, and they turn the ball over, and along with the turnover, there will be a needless foul. Brogdon sticking her hand in there.
Well, Camillucci also stepped in front there trying to slow down. It was Mailer, I believe, had another steal.
On the floor now is Stephanie Noble, number 22, coming in, and number 55, Mojadidi. Good side basket shot. That is number 32, Rath. Rath not timid about going to the basket with that shot. Camillucci up amongst in the crowd, gets the roll. Mailer, and they decide that they're going to just foul her. She's so quick, if she gets one step, she'll get to the rim. 4 team fouls now for Placer, 3 for Bear River. At this rate, we'll be shooting foul before the end of the first quarter. Back out front now, looking for Mailer. There's a good inside basket, but she can't finish. Great pass inside. That was to number 12, Albee, but she couldn't finish, Gil.
She rushed it a little bit, hit the bottom of the board.
And equally on the other side of the court, Placer turns it over. Placer leading 7-5 in a game that has been mostly turnovers back and forth here. Neither team has really got their sea legs yet.
A lot of good defense, though. That's what's creating this.
There's a 3 ball up and good. First one of the night. That's for either team. The first 3 ball down. And that's Van Patten, Rebecca. And they'll go to a full court press. Long ball underneath the basket to Camillucci. She's up. No good. Tries to save it. Almost does. Bear River now back on the offense. Quick 3 ball up. And good. We got to call those. That's Mailer.
Banked it.
6 quick points for Bear River, and they're up 11-7. Camillucci from the side. No good off the back rim. Cleared by Roth. And here comes Bear River. Almost stolen, and it will be a backcourt now.
Yeah, good defensive play.
That's Camillucci. Knocking the ball away and then getting the backcourt.
She created that, made her go backcourt and take the ball with her. Like I said, good defense here in the first quarter.
Mujadidi now up in the front. She's going to do the ball handling duties, number 55. And with that said, makes a bad pass. Mailer looking for somebody. Another 3 ball on its way. And good! 3 in a row for the Bear River Bruins. That's Hookingthorn. And they're going to take a timeout. Coach Camillucci says, I've seen enough of this.
Hookingthorn, great shot. sends Placer to the timeout. 14-7 here at McCrory Gymnasium. You're watching the NorCal Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
Hey, hon, remember the guys are coming over later to watch the game.
Make a play for winning trays from Porticeps. We have the perfect tray for every game and every fan. So use your app or order online today.
Make Porticeps your destination.
Back McCrory Gymnasium. Coach Camillucci decided to take a timeout. He's going to slow things down a little bit. 9 straight points by the Bear River Bruins, all 3 balls. And Placer will slow things down, but they're going to face a 3/4 zone press. And quickly they turn the ball over, but fortunately get it back. That is number 3, Lewis. Quickly now down the court. He's going to try the 3 ball. Lewis now out front. To Noble. Lewis for the 3 ball. No, in and out again. And Placer looks like no, they're going to scrambling for the rebound. Camillucci fouled.
$1:24 remaining here in the first period. Bear River exploding. Oh.
Rath coming down the court and basically just falling and turning the ball over, so Placer will take it at half court. Coach Camillucci wants to bring in the game. That's Gwen Conley, the junior. She'll come in and she'll replace Julia Camillucci. She's got a couple 3 fouls on her now, so you better sit her down.
Yeah, you got to protect her.
Yep. You need her for the second half.
Just some aggressive play. Big game.
Cross-court pass. Almost lost. Lewis now looking inside. Great pass by Lewis. Hits number 23, Mohar. That's the 4th point for Maddie. Bear River now looking for something to happen. I'll tell you, Placer Lady Hillmen are moving their feet now on defense. Quick 3 ball up, and no good. Gathered underneath by Rath. Can't put it back, and here comes the Hillmen. They need to put some points on the board here. 14-9, they're down by 5. Hillmen looking inside. Good pass inside. Didn't take her time, though, and missed it off the front rim. They're going to set it up now with Mailer. So that will be the 6th team foul. And one more, and Bear River will shoot the one-on-one. 9 seconds left here in the first quarter. If you just walked in the gymnasium, it's a little thin-aired in here because everybody is breathing hard. This has been one fast and furious game, Gil.
Well, defense has set the tone. Bear River coming out with that 9-point explosion, taking the 14-9 lead here. 9 seconds left, like you said. Trying to get the final shot of the quarter. Bear River's got an opportunity right here.
Well, they got 9 seconds. Let's see what they can get. They'll get something. All the way to the basket, and then she's fouled. That's what they wanted. They wanted to get bailed out, and she'll get a couple from the line.
Mailer just playing up to her potential. She's carried this team all year long. And like I said at the beginning of the show, when you're playing Placer, the cross-county rival,
you better bring it.
Well, you are going to bring it.
Kaylin Mailer, as she goes, so does the team, making another free throw. And there's a second one. She is deadly. 16-9 now, Bear River leads, and the long ball at the end of the quarter almost makes it to the basket. That's the end of that. So with zeros on the clock here after the first period, Bear River Bruins 16, the Lady Hillmen 9, and we'll be back for the second quarter action. You're watching exclusive coverage of Lady Bruin basketball. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
It's the first sale of the new year at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center in the Fowler Center, Grass Valley. The big coupon sale features savings on over 125 items in the store in every department. It's so big, we can't say them all. Their big 7-page coupon circular is available as you enter the store, including their bargains of the month. Happy New Year from the Fowler family, serving Nevada County since 1940.
Hi, Tom Fitzsimmons. Hey, it's good to see you. Always here.
Welcome back to McCrory Gymnasium. Getting ready for the second quarter, Gil Dominguez, Paul Brown. Or actually, it's Paul Brown and Gil Dominguez.
No. It'll never be that way, Gil. Always fun to do games with you. Last 8 years.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often. We're here tonight because Marty Mortensen is home taking care of his
lovely wife. He is.
Gail.
And with that, there's a quick steal by the Hill ladies. We're going to call them Hill ladies? No, let's just call them the Hillmen. But they'll go to the line for two quick ones.
Ariana West taking it all the way in, getting the foul. Placer has to do something right now. They got to get back in this game. 7 points down here to start the second period.
They can do it by getting to the line like this, but they got to make them. West missing her first. On camera tonight, Heather Montgomery. Glad to have her here. Heather inside now, quick back up, and finally the Hillmen can't really make a basket underneath there, missing the easy shots.
That was Noble on the turnaround. Might be rushing it just a little bit. Several of their baskets have been rushed.
Another shot inside, no good. And the Bruins will rally it up, and that'll be number 4 now. Dershbach Hill. Inside, no good. Hill taking it down the court.
Noble with that rebound underneath.
Both coaches going with some second stringers to start the second quarter. Passing up the 3 balls from McGurkey.
Raven Lewis from beyond.
That'll get you back in the game in a hurry. 16-12 now. But look who is there. Oh, can't finish at the basket. Found herself all by herself. Fast break now.
Sipnicki broke up that pass.
I'd like to see Mailer take her time a little bit. She's got a couple of wide open shots, but she's forcing them. They're going to take her out and give her a breather. In now for Bear River. Plunkinghorn. Good move inside, and she's going to go to the line and be given a couple.
I think they're going to call this on McCourtney.
I think you're right there. Dershbach Hill will be at the line for 2.
No, they're calling it on Conley.
It is the 7th team foul, Gil, on Placer, so they will shoot free throws at every foul now.
Dershbach Hill misses the first one, but they get the rebound.
Inside to Routh. Routh likes to go to the right hand. Does in. No, doesn't go down. It will be given to Placer. I thought that went off a Placer elbow, but
I think Albee touched that going out of bounds.
They're going to face that 3/4 court press, looking to pass the ball, and they do get it across the center line. Looking inside now. from McGortney. McGortney drops the ball across the line. It'll be Bear River. Man on man, full court press now. Best way to break that is just everybody drop back. Here's Rath. Good pass inside, but she can't handle the ball to get a shot off. And off the backboard. Holy cow. Sipnicki. First basket of the game for her. It's a 3-ball.
Yeah, that was nice. The ball came right out to her, and she put it up without any reservation whatsoever.
Quickly up inside and underneath. The tallest player on the court, Gwen Conley, scores right back for Placer.
Nice move by Conley to the basket. Pulls Placer within 5.
Rath looking for Pluckinghorn. Pluckinghorn now on the center line. She wants to get out of there. She'll get trapped in that corner. She does, and loses the ball out of bounds. You don't get stuck in that little corner back there. You can get trapped, and nothing good happens back there.
Well, it's good defense by Lewis, forcing the turnover.
Placer able to break the press. Coming in, long shot overhanded, no good. Placer keeps the ball on a good offensive rebound. That's the 3-ball going up for Julia Camillucci.
Camillucci lighting it up from the outside.
And guess what? We've got a 19-17 game.
Pulls them within 2. This is what Placer needed to do in this second period. Settle down, make the shots that they had been missing.
In now, number 55, Muj Didi comes in, the sophomore. She'll handle the ball. And staying in, Julia Camillucci. Pluckinghorn, no good. Good clear that time by Gwen Conley. Boy, these girls, Gil, this is intense.
There's a lot on the line here tonight.
That's a 3 seconds, and no, she's going to travel. She's in there a long time, but she ended up getting the call on the travel.
Well, she had her camping stove out and had just finished dinner.
You're the same guy that put Punxsutawney Phil in the opening, too. Yeah, I remember you.
You know, you got to honor the prognosticator of all prognosticators.
I want you to spell that without your spell check.
Timeout's called. 4:35 remaining. Bear River Lady Bruins up by 2, 19-17. You're watching 20th anniversary of the NorCal Game of the Week right here at touchdownproductions.com. We'll be right back. Thank you, Doug. Saving the whole rodeo. Welcome back to McCrory Gymnasium. Gil Dominguez along with Paul Brown bringing you all the action here tonight, and we got a good one.
Yeah, you know what? This is a very intense ball game. You can see everybody in the gymnasium is excited about what's going on, too. 3-ball on its way. No good. That one doesn't go off the glass. They're going to try and go for the full court and knock that out of bounds. Great defense that time.
Brogdon, Molly, of the Molly variety. You got Molly and Maya. A couple of proud parents in the stands watching both of their daughters play for the Lady Hillmen. How fun is that? Both of your daughters are on the team.
That really would be cool. Molly gets the majority of the playing time, but her sister's equally as good. Looks like it is a turnover. They got numbers. Bear River wants to get something off. Quick 3-ball up. No good. Not going to go off the glass this time.
Brogdon kind of forced that shot on that pass. She was caught in the midair, but she got the rebound.
Molly wants to shoot now. No, back over. There's the free shot right there. Boom!
Mohar!
They get that shot, they'll kill Bear River all by herself.
First lead of the game for the Lady Hillmen.
And there's no one under the basket for the offensive rebound. Everybody's just standing around watching for Bear River. Brogdon trying to drive the length. Inside now, there's the shot that he need to be working, Gil. That's West. I beg your pardon, that's not West. That is number 41, Jessica Baker. Baker will go to the line. But Baker, if she can get position, she can work that post position all night. West still hasn't made a free throw. Maybe she should go back to holding it with two hands.
No, that's Baker.
I beg your pardon. Sorry about that, Jessica.
Yeah, I'll have to ask Camillucci how she came up with that style, and obviously he's letting her play with it.
No good. 3 ball. The Bruins haven't scored in the last 3 possessions down the court. Good pass inside, but can't come up with it. They're going to give it a jump ball.
Baker in there for the Lady Hillmen.
And it'll be possession Bear River. Inbounding Derschbach Hill. Mailer like to drive inside. She's trying to set a play up here. Almost lost the ball. Now move inside, and it looks like they're going to get a reach in. Kind of a bailout there. Jessica Baker reaching in.
You know, Mailer reminds me of all the great Bear River Lady Bruin players that we've seen over the years. She's right out of that mold. Tenacious, quick, accurate, great defense, and a shooter.
And I like the best part about it, Gil, she's a junior. We're going to see her again next year.
You know, sometimes you just got instincts that you can't teach.
I know, that's what you keep telling me. Placer now handling the ball after the missed free throw. 19-20, Placer leads. There's the open shot. She's camped out in the key. Now she's out to the left side, and there'll be a foul. It will be a shooting foul.
Mohar just going to the basket with reckless abandon there. Kind of just throwing up a prayer, got bailed out with the foul.
They should just let her take that shot. It's not likely it's going to go down. Mohar will go to the line now. 2:30 left here in the second quarter. Mohar makes her first.
I was just going to say we've been stuck on 20 for over a minute. Now I don't have to say that because Mohar sank it.
Second one, up and around, no good. And Bear River will find the rebound. Naylor will bring the ball down, being harassed by Bogdan. There's the shot they want right there. Up, in, over the top of the rim, no good. And Placer will get possession. No, Mailer steals it away. I think it did go off a Placer player. No, it went off the Bear River player. It will be Placer ball.
Yeah, it went off Mailer. She just lost the handle.
Game that looks like it's destined to go down to the very last shot. 2 minutes left here in the second quarter.
Great tip away by Sipnicki. Making the Hillmen reset.
Brogdon now looking for the clean shot on the side. Back cross court. Inside. And a great shot underneath. Camillucci will get 2 from the line.
Well, she was open down along the baseline, and as soon as she got the ball. And how fun is that? Being able to coach your daughter.
Absolutely.
You know, they've never discussed basketball at home.
You know it's never come up. I would bet that they have some great games of horse at a basketball hoop they've got mounted to the garage. You can bet on it. Second shot up and good right down the middle. Camillucci getting another point for the Hillmen. And Mailer throws it away again. She's having trouble holding on to the ball. Here comes Camillucci down the center. Doesn't get the roll, but she'll go up for another 2 free throws.
And what a great play by Julie Camillucci as she took the ball after the turnover, and dribbled with her left hand as she went into the key and went up with that.
Right now, Placer is winning at the free throw line. Camillucci. Coach Billingsley for Bear River took aside his star and says to Caitlin Mailer, slow down a little bit, just slow down. It'll come, take a breath.
Camillucci sinks both of them, and the Hillmen are slowly, very slowly pulling away here in the second period.
Up by 5. Big long 3-ball, no good. They are not getting any second shots.
And Camillucci not able to run this one down. 24-19. Bear River hasn't scored since Placer took the lead.
Buckingham now trying to get a hold of the ball and get across half court, and she does. Gives it up to Mailer. Mailer wants to shoot. You can see that she's really trying to force things and loses another one. This will be an opportunity for Placer, and they score. That was number 23, Mohar, Maddie Mohar again. And 26-19, the Bruins desperately need a basket, Gil, and they're not going to get it by kicking it off their knee.
I'm thinking halftime can't come soon enough for the Lady Bruins, and it's timeout right now. We're going to stay right here.
You know, both teams are equally as good at turnovers right now, are just killing the Bruins.
Well, the first quarter they were kind of feeling each other out as we were talking. And in the second quarter, Placer finally started getting on track. Their shots going down, the defense remained aggressive, and it seems like the Lady Bruins lost a little bit of that competitive edge, a little bit of that concentration that they had working for them in the first period.
And not only have they lost that, they've lost the ball about 7 times now in this second quarter. Mailer has got to slow things down, set up the offense out in front, and get quality shots for the Bruins, which they haven't gotten, Gil, in their last 4 or 5 possessions. So let's see if that changes. On the court, Mailer will stay on the court along with Rath.
It's important for the Lady Bruins to get off of 19. They've been there for several minutes now.
And it looks like it's going to be gathered up by Rath. Good turnover.
Nice defense by Rath, giving the Bruins a chance here. 44 seconds remaining.
Yeah, another 3-ball by Mailer, and she hasn't hit any of those. She's got to look for some of her teammates. Inside now, quickly to Camillucci. Camillucci turns, spins. That was Mohar. Sorry about that. Another errant shot.
I think you're right. She's trying to do too much. Mailer.
That's Camillucci. And it's a 9-point game. Again, Gil, they're still on 19 points. Everybody was shooting and making shots earlier, and
well, that's why I was saying it's important for them to get off of that before the half.
Absolutely.
And they got that way they can come back, reset for the third period. They got an opportunity here, and they do.
Second shot coming up here. Buckingham gets 2 from the line. Boy, did they need those. Down 7
they did.
now. Only 1 second left on the clock. They're going to take a throw down to the end, and that will be the half. Placer up 28-21 as the band lights up and the girls go off the floor. We will take a break and come back to you. This is your NorCal Game of the Week. You've been watching exclusive coverage of Lady Bruins basketball. Gil Dominguez and Paul Brown. We'll see you for the second half.
Hey, hon, remember the guys are coming over later to watch the game.
Make a play for winning trays from Porticeps. We have the perfect tray for every game and every fan. So use your app or order online today.
Make Porticeps your destination.
Welcome back to McCrory Gymnasium. Gil Dominguez, Paul Brown bringing you all the action tonight here in what will probably be our final game here at McCrory Gymnasium, Paul.
It probably will be, but and I'll tell you, the Bear River Bruins, they're down by 7, Gil, and I don't like the way their offense looks here as they finish that second quarter.
Well, the wheels kind of came off for the Lady Bruins in the second period. They had a nice first period, and then they were up at 19, and then they just got stuck in there like you're driving a tractor in the heavy rain and the mud here in Nevada County.
And you're getting bogged down. Yeah, they need to have. We're fueled by Skittles here up top here in the booth. They need a few Skittles, and they also need to kind of calm down Caitlin Mailer. She needs to get her other teammates involved and make some great passes. They were scoring underneath the basket early and making some free balls, but they were passing it around. They need to go back to that game.
I think they do. Mailer can only do so much. She's a great player, but somebody else has got to step up as well, take the pressure off her. Defense has been tenacious for Placer in the second period. We'll see how it all comes out here as we start third quarter action with Mr. Paul Brown.
And Mohar is going to inbound the ball. Starters are back in the game. Mohar, cross-court pass, almost intercepted by Bear River.
That was Van Patten, and that's the kind of defense you're going to need to win this game.
Bogdan now, inside, gets a pass inside to Camillucci, who misses from the key. All the way down the court, and a great block inside there. Wow, that's a good one.
And that's exactly what we're talking about. That was Pluckinghorn taking it all the way down instead of setting up a play.
And all the way down inside now, Jessica Baker scores for Placer. Bear River now needs to come to the ball. They need to come to the ball. Looking to set it up, Mailer. There's the three ball on its way, and good! Wow, do they need to get started like that? Number 10,
Van Patten.
24-30, 6-point game. Quick inside now, Camillucci is blocked. She's still got the ball inside. Now she'll get a foul.
Yeah, she got two good looks there. They bounced that ball right into her. That was a very long pass.
I want to give a shout out to Marty. Marty's at home, and I know he's going to be watching here on a delayed broadcast. Marty, we miss you. Gil's doing a good job, though. I've got an eye on him.
And we hope Gail gets better real soon so you can come back and join us.
Camillucci at the line for her second one. She's down for two. 32-24 now, back to an 8-point game. Rath gets the ball, almost turns it over. Then Patton, now back to Mailer. Mailer gathers herself out in front, backs in. She wants to take the shot inside to Rath, and Rath cleans up the mess. Good scoring opportunity for Bear River. And they're going to tie it up underneath. There's actually two Bear River players, but they're going to give the side out to Bear River. Pluckinghorn to Rath. Here's Mailer. Mailer's going to set it up out in front.
She is so quick.
And she handles the ball with both hands pretty well. She wants to shoot that big ball, and then she gets that one.
She shoots the big ball.
Never seen a shot she didn't like, and that one went down in the nylon. 29-32. Oh, that's a back court. They're going to get it to Mailer. She's going to get it quick and easy. And doesn't score. Comes down, fouls.
She didn't need to dribble there, Paul. All she had to do was catch it and put it up, but she tried to put the ball down on the floor to dribble, and that took off her timing.
So Placer will inbound. Bear River has 2 fouls now. Placer has none to start the second half. 3-quarter court press. They're going to look down the court. A little quick flip shot. That's the shot they want Placer to take. Not high percentage there.
No, Brogdon just trying to make something happen.
Naylor has it batted out of bounds.
You know, she's so deceptive, Paul. She'll just be running alongside you, easy dribble, and then all of a sudden she'll kick it into that extra gear.
She's a junior, and she's got some games ahead of her. Right down to the basket now, and she scored.
High off the glass, just kissed it.
And just look at this. We got a 1-point ball game. 31-32 now, and that's going to be off Bear River, and it'll be side out now, Placer.
Well, this is what the Lady Bruins needed coming into this third period, because it was all Placer in the second period.
Brogdon now to Camillucci from the side. No good, and it rebound by Bear River. You know, I keep getting Camillucci and Mohar mixed up. They kind of look like each other. Sorry, girls. That was a Mohar 3-ball. There's Rath from outside, no good. Long rebound goes to Placer, and there'll be a reach-in foul.
Yeah, Brogdon had that ball, and she's only about 4 foot tall out there. So it's real easy to cover her up.
Long pass now. It's off the legs of the Bear River Bruin, and so that'll give an easy 3-ball shot. And guess who puts one down? That's Brogdon. Molly finds her range now. 4-point game.
She can shoot. Can't leave her alone out there.
This is Rath, who likes to go to the right-hand side of the court. Off the rim, no good. Comes back to the Bruins, though. Mailer looking for somebody to move out in front. Man-to-man defense is tough. There's Rath, and that was a great play inside. Good pick and roll. But before the shot, there was a foul. Bruins will take it out underneath the basket.
Yeah, Pluckinghorn was going to the baseline. They tried to shut it off.
There's Pluckinghorn with a nice open shot, and no, can't convert.
Wide open, though. Good inbound play by Billingsley.
Inside, no good. Good block now. That was a block by Van Patten. And a little running shoot shot.
Brogdon.
Mailer getting a little bit too ahead of herself, loses the ball.
And Mohar just stood there, created some confusion and got that ball. Wow, kept it in bounds. Good job, Mailer. Puts it up off the glass.
Mailer had an opportunity there to set the ball up. She had numbers, but didn't make the shot. And now it's on the floor, and it'll be a timeout. Good timeout by Tony Camillucci before they could tie the ball up.
Brogdon was down on the floor, so 37-31, Paul. Bear River's coming back. Placer's hanging on. We got a great game here for you at McCrory Gymnasium. You're watching the 20th anniversary of the NorCal Game of the Week. We'll be right back.
back at the Bruin Nation. The chant is up. The Bear River Bruins looking to make a comeback, down by 6 points. Still in the third quarter here. Paul Brown, Gil Dominguez. We've really been treated tonight to a very, very good lady basketball game.
And this is, like I said in the interview, this is one that you always pencil on the schedule.
Brogdon taking one right in the face and gets it off, though. And Rath doing a good job underneath the basket.
Albee, no, it's not Albee, excuse me. This is Camillucci fighting for that rebound.
You know, Mallory Rath, the junior, number 32, she is really doing a very, very good job of rebounding for the Bruins. Doing a great job. She works basically with her right hand, but she does have some offense. I'm impressed. They've got a good junior crew here. Mallory up and in and out.
You know, I love how she does that. She'll just dribble around there and all of a sudden just stop and boom, throw it up. That time it didn't go down.
Inside now, and I think that's off the Bruins. I think it will be a Placer ball. Lewis will inbound. Looking long for Brogdon. Better find somebody. Oh, it's a turnover. A fast break. Quick release, no good. (37-31). A little bit sloppy now by both teams. Setting up now. Molly Brogdon will look for another player. Over to Lewis. Cross court now. And off the back rim, no good. Barrett River will come up with the rebound.
That was a big cross court pass to Mohar.
Driving the lane right now. Great drive inside. Couldn't finish it. Was Dirchbach Hill.
Mohar on the defensive side there to prevent that basket.
Three ball on its way and down.
Raven Lewis lighting it up from beyond. 40-31.
Biggest lead of the night. They have been at 9 points a couple of times. Placer, though, finding the range with their three balls. Rath wants to go inside, tries to make the pass. It'll be off Placer. Bruin ball.
Rath did a good job of putting Noble into the popcorn machine, went right around her.
There's popcorn here? Bruins looks to set it up here. Quick inside, great inside move, and it's blocked as she goes up to the rim. I think it will be a 24-second violation. It will.
That was a great move by Albee, though. She really weaved herself through the key to put that ball up. Didn't go down, though, but great move.
This is West. West throws the ball away.
Bear River getting a lot of turnovers. They just can't turn them into points.
There's a three ball on its way, and no good off the front rim. Good look, though, that time by Dirchbach Hill.
Oh, and West drops it out of bounds. Took her eye off it just for a second.
Less than a minute left here in the third. 9-point game still. Bruins desperately need a three ball or something to go down. That's not going to work. Inside pass. And all the way full court. That's Noble, Stephanie Noble.
Great play by Noble, under control all the way, laid it up and in. And there's a defensive play by Noble.
They're going to put back in. They're going to put Sipnicki back in along with Mailer.
Well, you don't want it to get out of control at 42-31. You're just on the edge right there.
Mailer really looking to shoot the ball now. Waits, finds in the corner. This is Sipnicki.
And Sipnicki drops it out of bounds.
I think they're going to give it to Bear River. I think they're going to say Placer touched it. I'm not sure. They say that West touched it. 4 seconds on the shot clock. They need to get something up. There's one. Doesn't go down, and Placer has the ball. So that's the end of the third quarter here. Gil Dominguez, Paul Brown. We're going to take this thing to the fourth quarter. Bear River leading or trailing 31-42. You're watching exclusive coverage of the Lady Bruin basketball right here on the 20th season of TouchdownProductions.com. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title's your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, and thank you for keeping your business local.
Back here in McCrory Stadium, we're going to go to the fourth quarter. 8 minutes left will decide playoff positions in the PVL for either the Bruins or the Hillmen. Inside now, quick inside, and Rath pulls down a desperately needed rebound. Bruins need to get themselves some points scored. Looking to the side, given a free shot. She decides not to take it. Rath now, some confusion underneath, but the Hillmen will take the ball. They got numbers and quickly inside and scoring. They can't give up that easy basket.
Molly Brogdon.
And there's one, Mailer. Mailer's like a microwave oven. She's either hot or she's not. And she hit that one from 3 land.
Well, she feels like she's got to do something now to get the Lady Hillmen going, as we see a nice easy put in by Conley.
And that's going to be a foul. Only 3 fouls by Placer so far, though, so they will have side out.
Ariana West horrified that they called the foul on her. You see that face of hers? Horrified.
Horrified. 46-34. Bear River needs to score. Mailer. Boom! Oh, free ball just off the front rim. Rath gets it, can't put it back, and now getting in there aggressively is Mailer, and she'll be called for a foul as she's knocked to the ground. I believe that is the 3rd, maybe the 4th foul on Mailer. Placer would be smart just to set it up here. They're going to try it inside. Rath going to the floor, diving. You like to see that kind of hustle.
Well, both teams are still hustling. There's no doubt about that. There's no quit in the defense. There's no quit in pushing the ball up and down.
Quick inside move, no good, in and out. Back up over the rim, no good.
Well, reverse layup there by Noble. But do you see what I was talking about? Noble got that ball. She didn't put it on the ground. She just went right up with it. Kept her rhythm going.
Mailer coming down now. Buckinghorn loses the ball. Bear River needs to get back on defense quickly. They're losing a lot of points to these quick passes underneath. West inside now. Number 31, that's Conley. Bear River still with plenty of time to get back in this. Bad pass by Mailer.
Yeah, she was going, the plucking horn was going one way and the pass went the other. Coming out is Sipnicki.
Ogden.
Yeah, the captain. She's a really good point guard. Her counterpart on the other side, Mailer.
Mailer stalking like a cat, going back and forth. Finally gets a good shot off, and no good. Rebounded, though, by Bear River. Wow, I'm not sure what that was. You can't laugh, Gil. That's
was
against the rules.
El Mujadidi.
Taking the shot as she ran past three-quarters court.
Yeah, it's like they were catching up to her, and she didn't want to get hit by anybody, and she just threw it up. Or maybe she didn't know how much time was left.
Let's go to a replay on that one. If you'll see this,
Al Mujadidi getting the ball and just kind of letting it go from just past half court.
And then she looks over at the coach, going, well, what else was I going to do?
Placer has the lead, 46-34. About halfway through this fourth period, 5:05 remaining. As we dive into the fifth bag of Skittles.
Powered by Skittles tonight. Haven't had dinner. They're really lighting me up. Mailer, another errant shot. Long three ball. Well done and brought down.
Yeah, Mohar just waited, though, until the defender came over before she put that up. Now she tips it out of bounds. Good defense.
Skip Nicky doing a good job of bringing the ball down and finding the open man.
Sipnicki is another one of those little Energizer bunnies out there. Just run and run and run and do all kinds of things for you.
I remember her from last year. She is a senior. And there is one of the biggest problems that Bear River has had is turnovers, and it results in another 2 points. This is getting out of control now. 14-point lead by Placer. There was a reach-in foul that time.
Yeah, there was Al Mujadidi. Playing some aggressive defense out there.
Bear River needs to score, and
once again, yeah. Well, she's coming up on her. She doesn't want her to go. She's trying to block her off, and they're just
getting the reach-in foul, and that's 5 now.
And they're just beating her up out there, so Tony brings her out for a second. She's going to go over and talk with her.
Missed a chance to go inside there. They need to get that ball inside. Good shot up in there and goes down. That's Dershbach Hill.
And the Lady Bruins needed that one. And they need about 10 more of those. Great steal.
Fast break here. She'll go all the way. She won't get the foul, but they'll keep the ball. It'll stay Bear River possession.
Dreschbach Hill came out of nowhere with that ball.
On the camera tonight, doing a great job. Heather Montgomery. Heather. Easy to tell the story when you got great camera work. Another possession knocked out of bounds by Placer. Bear River looking for some kind of a shot. No, and it will be Placer ball. 3 minutes and 19 seconds left here, Gil. There is still a lit candle if they can just simply find the bottom of the net here. The Bear River needs to get it done, and they need to get it done in a hurry.
Paul, the refrigerator door is closing, the eggs are cooling, and the butter's getting hard.
What? Oh, the butter gets soft.
Not in the refrigerator. That was an old Chick Hearnism.
Yeah, listen, you've used it before. I just haven't heard it in a number of years. It's good every time, though. Placer's going to try and work the time off the clock. They'd be smart with that. Molly Brogdon bringing the ball down. And they're going to take their time. Take a breath here. Just under 3 minutes now on the clock.
The Bruin Nation trying to throw him off. Counting.
There's a bad pass, and it looks like it's going to go to Bear River. Pushing the ball up. Good open shot on the 3 ball, and no good.
Back of the rim, that was Van Patten. Here's Placer now, playing keep away.
Great pass inside. Now that's a good basketball pass right there.
Jessica Baker.
And Julie Camillucci, though, set that one up. She brought it in, saw that the player was going to come to her, passed it off. Good basketball.
Well, you got to come to Julie. She's right there on the corner of the basket. If you don't, she's going to put it up, and then she just has a very nice pass. So this one is just about in the books. Placer is going to advance to the championship game on Tuesday, Paul. And, of course, Touchdown Productions will be there. Foothill is 5-1, and Placer is going to be 5-2. So they could win a share of the PVL title, and it's all going to come down to the Earl Crabb Gymnasium. You know that Earl Crabb's going to be rocking.
It will be rocking that night, you betcha. Marty Mortensen and I will be there. Gil Dominguez.
Well, I'll drive the Commander.
Yeah, that's good. Minute 16 left. Taking their time. Placer Hillmen gets it inside for a freebie, and that will put the icing on the cake.
That was Mohar, and I really like how the Lady Hillmen worked that ball around, waiting for somebody to come open. Even though it's garbage time here in this game, that same formula as Rath crashes into the board, still trying her best.
And with 50 seconds left, Randy Billingsley will take a timeout.
I think this is a timeout just to remind his girls, let's finish strong.
He might try to put in another group, too, to finish this game off with 50 seconds left.
Well, it's important that you finish this game strong, though. You still got some more games to play in the PVL. Couple more games. A good showing there will give them a playoff opportunity. It'll be a lower seed, of course. They'll be on the road.
But it will all come down, Gil, to that game we'll broadcast Tuesday night to come at the Earl Crabb Gymnasium on the campus of Placer High School. Two of the best teams in the PVL will match up, and we'll find out who shakes out.
Yeah, Foothill beat the Hillmen the first time they played him. I think we mentioned already Foothill's only loss was to Bear River. Kind of a surprise victory for Bear River. Knocked off the undefeated Foothill team. And it's that loss that's going to give Placer a chance to take a share of the title.
43 seconds left. There's no quit, though, in the Bruins. I love to see this kind of hustle at the end of a game, even though it's already decided.
Well, that's why Billingsley called the timeout.
Camillucci will come back out to Brogdon, and Brogdon take her time. Cross court, 18 seconds now on the shot clock. No need to foul him. They know it. Bear River going to get a quick turnover, though. Let's
wow.
see if they can convert it to 2 points, and they do.
Mohar fell down, slipped on the floor, got banged in the head with an elbow.
Poor baby.
Well, you don't want to see an injury with 15 seconds left on the clock.
And that's it. Placer will take this one tonight, 52-38 here. Bear Rivers being very competitive in the first half, being up by as much as 9 points, and then losing it primarily in the third quarter with a burst from Placer. They got the lead and never gave it back tonight, as we see the players congratulating each other here at McCrory Gymnasium.
Yeah, it started to turn for the Hillmen in the second period, and then Bear River got stuck on 19 pretty much all the way to the end of the half. They were able to get one free throw.
So once again, the final score here, 52-38 Placer, as we see them gather up their gear and take it into the locker room. Great game tonight, Gil. Any last thoughts?
Well, it's a very young team for Coach Billingsley. It's just their first year with him at the helm. You got a lot of work to do to build a program, and just like Greg Pistaccini, both of them are working the grammar schools, working the JV team,
right,
working the varsity. You got to get people used to your program, your style of play. There's a long legacy of great coaches here at Bear River with McCrory and Gansky, and it just takes time. That's all you can do is give it some time. And a great first season, though. They had a shot at second place here tonight, came up a little short with a tough Hillman team, and I think Hillman is, we'll see how they come out on Tuesday against Foothill, but I think this is a team that's going to go into the second or maybe even third round into the postseason.
I agree with you there, Gil. I think they do have the kind of depth and kind of team that, especially if they can get hot, if they can shoot from the outside and get hot, they can definitely go deep into the playoffs.
So this will be our final broadcast for basketball here at McCrory Gymnasium. And once again, a big shout out to our buddy Marty Mortensen, home taking care of his wife Gail. And he will be returning to us as soon as she gets ready to go. So we will see you next time at the Earl Crabb Gymnasium. Great game here tonight. Placer comes away with the victory, 52-38. For the entire Touchdown Production crew, Paul Brown, I'm Gil Dominguez. Thanks for joining us right here on another edition of the NorCal Game of the Week. 20 years serving you in Nevada County. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.